Okay, we're going to go over how we solve inequalities that have more than one step. That's why you see this word multi-step. So inequalities that have multiple steps. And we're going to look at some real life application problems. Okay, so when we're doing, the math with multi-step inequalities, it's pretty similar to just like a multi-step equation. So the strategy is usually to simplify each side of the simplify each side of the inequality, like combine all like terms, make each side as like, with as few terms as possible. Then get the variable by itself. Use inverse operations, add, subtract, multiply, divide, undo everything. And then just be careful to reverse the inequality symbol if you're going to multiply or divide by a negative number. Okay, so let's get going. So let's go to the first one. So again, remember, think of the inequality symbol as like your equal sign. So whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other side. So we're going to subtract 4 first from each side. And then after we subtract 4, we'll have x over -2 is less than -5. Then see, we got to cancel out this -2 in the denominator by multiplying by -2 over 1. And since we do that, the inequality symbol reverses. So we get x is greater than 10. Wait, hold up. I switched to be. I was checking to see if you guys were focused. So it was this, and then we're going to switch it now to x is less than 10. And the reason we switch it when you multiply or divide by a negative number is because you're talking about the opposite. So like the opposite of the opposite, If x is bigger than -5, the opposite of that is, x is being less than +5. So when you do a multiplication by a negative number, it does the opposite. I mean that doesn't, it's not a very good explanation, but I'll show you later on like exactly how that works. So x is less than 10, number line it, open circle on 10, arrow to the left, towards -infinity. All right, next guy. Okay, so let's isolate 3c by adding 2 to both sides first. So we'll get 3c is less than or equal to -9. Then we divide by 3. And don't reverse the inequality symbol because you're not dividing by a negative number. So we keep it as c is less than or equal to -3. So number line, close circle on -3, arrow to the left, towards -infinity. And again, when you're going through these, try to pause the video and give yourself a chance to go through the problems ahead so you can see if you're catching on to it. All right, for C, we're going to take away 7 first from both sides. Y over -6 is less than 2. Cancel off the -6 by multiplying by -6 over 1. And we get y, reverse the inequality symbol, y is greater than -12. Number line, open circle on -12, arrow to the right towards +infinity. Nice. And problem D. Begin by adding 4 to both sides. 2v is greater than or equal to 12. Then we divide both sides by 2. And then we get v is greater than or equal to 6. number line, closed circle on 6, arrow to the right, towards positive infinity. I guess that kind of looks like an infinity symbol. Let me try. Let me try again. Here we go. Again. There you go. Okay, what next? Oh, inequality of variables on both sides. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, guys. Just like an equation, just some more, work, more math. So let's start off by adding 6 to both sides. 5x is greater than or equal to 3x plus 10. Then let's take away 3x from both sides. We take away 3x, and then we get 2x is greater than or equal to 10. And then we divide by 2. And we get x is greater than 5. Open circle on 5. Arrow to the right towards positive infinity. You don't technically have to put the positive symbol, but it looks cooler. So you should. And wow, I pretended to not see this so you guys can catch me on this. There should be an inequality symbol or greater than or equal to 5. Wow, so that's to be a solid circle. For some reason, my eyesight is fading away. All right, one more of these. Begin by, let's add 5 to both sides. And we'll go 6x is less than 2x plus 16. Take away 2x from both sides. 4x is less than 16. Divide by 4. And x is less than 4. And then open circle on 4. Arrow to the left towards negative infinity. Okay, moving on. Wow, so we got some inequalities of special solutions. So let's see what's going on here. So let's go ahead. Let's begin by using our distributive property. 6t minus 4 is greater than 6t plus 10. And look, you have a 6t on both sides. So if you subtract 6t from both sides, you get negative 4 is greater than 10. And negative 4 is not greater than 10. This is not true. It's fake news. So if you get an inequality that's not true, there's no solution. That means that there's no value for the inequality that will make it true. Let's look at B. Start off by distributing the 2, so we get 4x minus 6 is less than or equal to 9 plus 4x. And you see that 4x again, I bet? You're like, yeah, I know what's going on here. So we subtract 4x from each side, we get negative 6 is less than or equal to 9. And this is true, as you know. This is a true inequality. So if you get an inequality where all the variables are gone and you get a true expression, then this means that there's infinitely many solutions. which means that you can plug in any number for x and it's going to work. You can plug in 0. You plug in 0, you get 2 times -3. -6 is less than or equal to 9, which is true. Plug in 1, plug in 17, plug in a million, plug in 1.5. Any number for x will make this work. All right, try C and D. Jump ahead if you want. And pause the video. But here I go. Distribute that 4, 8b minus 3 is greater than 8b plus 12. Again, these 8b's cancel. So you get -3 is greater than 12. And this ain't true. -3 is not greater than 12. So no solution here. And problem D. Distribute the 2, so we get 10w minus 2 is less than or equal to 7 plus 10w. Take away the 10w from each side, and we get -2 is less than or equal to 7, which is true. So that means there are infinitely many solutions. Any number for x, for any number for w will work. Any real number, I guess that is. Okay. Now time to the problems that you guys have been waiting for this entire video. Real life problems. Not those type, math problems. Your grades on 4 math tests are 79, 85, 86, and 88. You want your mean grade to be at least 85. What grade on your 5th test will give you a mean score of at least 85? See this word, at least, or see those words, at least. So that's your hint. Remember the mean, if you remember what the mean is, we typically use this symbol, x bar, is the sum of the individual data values. Let's just say x1 plus x2 plus da da da. All the individual values divided by the number of values. We typically use n to denote the number of values. So our mean score has to be at least 85. So you basically want these values to be at least 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, all that. Well, actually, let me just first, before I get to that, this side will be where the 79 plus the 85 plus the 86 plus the 88. That's the 4 math tests you've done so far. Now your 5th test, we're going to leave it as x, because that's going to calculate into your mean of 5 tests. And then you're going to be dividing by 5, because there's 5 values. So n is 5. So this will be your mean. And if you want it to be at least 85, that means you want this value to be greater than or equal to 85. So you're simply just solving this for x. Let's start off by simplifying the top here. 79 plus 85 plus 86. You get 338, so you get 85 is less than or equal to 338 plus x over 5. Then to get rid of this 5, you're going to multiply both sides by 5 over 1. These cancel, and 5 times 85, 425, right? Of course I'm right. So 425 is less than or equal to 338 plus x. And then we just subtract 338 from 425. And then we'll get 62, 72, 82, 87. Okay, and that's your answer. So you want to get at least a score of 87 on your next test. And if you get more, you get 88, 89, 90, that's good. That's even better. It's going to make your mean higher. Okay, so try this last one on your own on a trivia challenge. You have scores of 95, 91, 79. No, 95, 91, 77, and 89. You need at least a mean score of 90 to advance to the next round. What score in the next game will allow you to advance? So pause the video if you want to try this on your own, but it's pretty much same style here. So I'm just gonna not make it drag on. But your mean score, you want it at least be 90. So you want 90 to be less than or equal to those four numbers added. 95 plus 91 plus 77 plus 89. Your fifth score, we'll leave it as x. Divide by 5. And we just solve this. Ninety is less than or equal to 352 plus x over 5. Multiply both sides by 5. 450 is less than or equal to 352 plus x. X must be at least, whoops, x must be at least 98. Okay, so there you go. Hope that helps. Here's a duck for good luck.